Hi, I'm Jacob Stacy with RetroFoam of Michigan, and today we're going to talk about removing your existing home's old attic insulation. Now, I've personally done this on many different homes throughout the state of Michigan, and it can be a rather lengthy process, and hopefully with this video it can help you with any tips or tricks to help you if you want to do your own attic insulation removal. So, existing insulation in somebody's attic, over time, traditional insulation like fiberglass batting or cellulose start to break down over time and create dust and allergens in the home. Also, they're not working as efficient as when they were first installed. And these products also provide a home for rodents that we don't want there. So removing these, you should be able to reduce some of those issues that you're having. With doing a removal process of existing insulation, I would definitely say wear like longer sleeved items, maybe a nice thick pair of gloves to protect your skin from getting all the fibers embedded in you, and then also half face if not a full face respirator if you're comfortable with wearing those. You could always wear a paper mask as well. They do clog up relatively fast, and then definitely a pair of safety glasses. And then something else you could use during this removal process is as big as a contractor bag as you can find. Your standard black ones aren't really going to hold as much as you'd like, so I would suggest at least a 100-gallon bag. Well, old fiberglass batting can be fairly simple to remove. Basically just going down each run of the ceiling joist, rolling it up as needed. You want to get it as compact as possible, and then just filling your whatever type of bag you're using, whether it's a contractor bag or a 100-gallon trash bag, until completed. I would always recommend to gooseneck the top, so that way you don't create any further messes throughout the home while trying to remove it. With a blown-in product like fiberglass or cellulose, definitely finding the right tools to use for this is going to be very helpful, because this can be a lengthy process. Using just a regular old shovel and a bigger than a contractor's bag at the access home, filling it that way, or finding a rather large vacuum. I know you can get the removal bags online, and those can fit quite a bit of an attic inside of it. And then you're going to need a lengthy size hose, so that way you can access from each end of the attic to get rid of all this blown-in insulation. I'd say if a homeowner is looking at removing their existing attic insulation, time frame on removal process can be a rather lengthy one. If you're doing it by yourself, depending on depth and how wide the area is, I'd say at least a full day's work, if not a few days. If you have a few more hands there to help you, it might be a little bit faster. Now, when a homeowner chooses RetroFoam of Michigan to be their insulation contractor, we provide this as a complimentary service. So if you are looking at getting foam insulation in your attic, definitely reach out to your contractor and see if this is a service that they offer, so that way it's a little bit more hassle-free. Potential challenges or problems you might run into while doing your own removal process is getting, depending on the roof pitch and the style, getting all the way down to the eaves to get that fiberglass or just that last little bit of cellulose that's stuck down there can be relatively tight. Let alone making sure that you're walking on all the studs, and that way we're not potentially coming through the ceiling. Definitely making sure that you have the right equipment. Me personally, I would say at least take a 2x6, maybe cut down to about 2 feet. Definitely provides a little bit more support for your chest for getting down into these tighter areas, or even just something more comfortable to sit on while you're rolling up some batting and some bat insulation. But as far as other challenges is finding your most direct path from the access hole to the entryway of the home, so that way you can have it marked off and we're not creating a bigger mess that's needed. When it comes to you doing your own disposal of the existing insulation, you definitely want to call around to certain disposal centers, like your landfills. Not all of them are going to accept these materials. They are classified as a hazard building material. Sometimes the rates can be really high, sometimes the rates can be fairly small. Really depends on, so make sure you do your research in finding the right landfill for your disposal, and that way if you can, save a few dollars by going to the next landfill versus the one nearest you, it could be very beneficial for you. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully some of these tips help you if you do plan on doing your own removal process on your attic. If you would like to learn more about insulating your existing home's attic, don't hesitate to check out RetroFoam of Michigan.com and go to our learning center. There's tons of articles on here that might help you throughout your process. And if you have any questions or would like us to come out and look at your home, don't hesitate to give us a phone call.